Hello everyone, my name is Kirtika and in this video I would be sharing about my experience with qualifying CSIR NET Life Sciences examination in my very first attempt without any coaching. Before going into the actual video, I just wanted to give a brief introduction about myself. I did my BSc and MSc in zoology, and later on in my second year of MSc I started my CSIR journey. So when I gave my first attempt, that is in December 2020, I did not have much knowledge about what is LS and what is JRF. I only knew that someone who's interested in research will take up JRF and one who's interested in teaching will take up LS. So based on that, my interest was teaching, so I ended up applying only for LS. But in the December 2020 examination, I qualified CSIR with All India rank 36. Though I qualified for JRF, I only had opted for LS, right? So I was only given LS and my All India rank was 36. Later on I realized the benefits of JRF and I wanted to give the exam again. So in June 2021 I again applied for the exam, and in this time I applied for JRF and I qualified it with All India rank 45. So with this being said, I wanted to share my experience as to how I qualified it in my first attempt. So there are 7 main points that I wanted to discuss. So the first step is to limit your study material. So I know there are so much study material available for CSIR NET Life Sciences, so many standard books, YouTube channels, etc. But I would highly recommend everyone to limit your study material and choose those material that are easily understandable by you. In my case, my teacher suggested Pathfinder book. This is a 6-set book which contains the entire CSIR syllabus. So I purchased it around my second year of MSc, the Pathfinder set, and I used only Pathfinder to prepare my entire syllabus. So that was it, and I did not look at any other coaching notes, or I did not look at standard books because standard books are better if you wanted to have a deeper understanding, and you should be studying standard books in your BSc or MSc degree itself. So that would not be highly necessary when you go for examination. So that is one thing that I believe. And then coming to YouTube channels is a easy source because they have lots of videos related to concepts and previous year questions. So I followed 3 main YouTube channels. The first one is IFAS Life Sciences. IFAS Life Science is a very good YouTube channel if you wanted to look at previous year questions. So I would highly recommend that. But only one disadvantage is that IFAS Life Sciences, they have Hindi related videos. So people who know Hindi, it would be easier. I do not know Hindi, but somehow I managed to understand it because the questions are in English, right? So it was slightly easier for me. And then the next channel is Teaching Pathashala. She makes excellent videos on plant physiology, and that really helped me. And then Unacademy, especially Saranya ma'am's video on protein related video, DNA related video, all of that was basically cell and molecular biology. All of that was very important. So overall, it is better to limit your study material, and in my case I only chose Pathfinder book set, the 6 book sets from the Pathfinder. It is available in Amazon, you can check it out. And then I only used 3 main YouTube channels for my preparation, which brings me to the next point, that is know your strengths. One main important thing during CSIR NET preparation is that you end up preparing so many things, but you're not able to answer any of it because you do not know your strengths and weaknesses. In my case, my biggest weakness is memory based questions. I cannot memorize numbers, names, pathways, all of that was very difficult for me. So I focused on what my strength is, that is I am very good in analyticals. So I directed my preparation towards the analytical part of the syllabus. So I made sure that I did not give much importance to memory based questions, especially memory based chapters like animal physiology. Though I come from a zoology background, I did not wanted to spend time on animal physiology chapter because I know that most of the questions that come in from animal physiology is related to or oriented towards memory based. However, I shifted my focus to plant physiology because one thing is plant physiology is easily understandable, and the second thing is you can recollect the answers for plant physiology, recollect it, and plant physiology questions are easy to answer. Some of them are analytical, so I shifted my focus towards my strengths. And as I said, I do have weaknesses, that is I am not able to memorize pathways or intricate details. So certain chapters like cell communication, cell cycling, all of that requires memory power. So for these chapters, they are inevitable, right? So I give extra importance to them. So knowing your strengths and weaknesses and orienting your preparation towards it is very important. And the next one, important one, is to limit the number of units of preparation. Most people believe that it is important to cover the entire 13 units in order to qualify, but that is not the case. Trust me, complete preparation of around 6 to 7 units is necessary to qualify CSIR with higher ranks. So in my case, I limited my preparation to only 6 major units. So that is cell signaling. For cell signaling, I used Pathfinder book only, the only source of my preparation. And then for plant physiology, Pathfinder and YouTube videos from Teaching Pathashala. And for inheritance biology, that is genetics, I only used Pathfinder books. For evolution, the notes in Pathfinder is very limited, so I opted for YouTube channels, or I would search topics in Google and study. And then for ecology and methods in biology, Pathfinder, they have separate books for each of them, so all of that was easier. So it is better to limit the number of units, and these are the only units that I gave my 100% effort, which means I make sure that I studied all of it. I did not miss on any topics. Now coming to certain other units which are important, but you're not that much aligned towards these units, but anyway you have to study some parts of the units, right? So those units, I chose nearly 4 units: fundamental processes, cellular organization, molecules and interaction, and developmental biology. Now all these units, I was able to pick and choose topics, and I only covered those topics and I revised them occasionally. So this was my preparation. I did not entirely study everything, and coming to those topics which I did not touch at all, because I don't wanted to risk spending time on these topics. So those were animal physiology, diversity of life forms, and applied biology. So this is how I split my units into 3 categories. The category that is highly important and the ones that I wanted to completely study, so those were 100% category, and 20 to 50% category are the units which I wanted to study certain topics alone, and 0% category I did not have any, I did not even touch the particular unit.